Hello and welcome to class 11 Computer Science lectures. We are studying Unit 1 Computer System and Organization. The topic that we will be covering today is difference between the various type of software. So in the previous video we have learned that the software are of three types: system software, application software and utility software. We have also seen examples of each type of software. Now we will study them in detail and know the difference between each of them. So first comes the system software. System software is basically of two types: operating system and language processor. So an operating system is an interface between a computer user and computer hardware. An operating system is a software which performs all the basic tasks like file management, memory management, process management, handling input and output, and controlling peripheral devices such as disk drives and printers. Some of the examples of operating system are Microsoft Windows, Solaris, Linux, Mac OS, Ubuntu, Apple's iPhone OS, etc. Next is language processor. So a computer understands instructions only in machine code, or we can say 0-1 form. So it is a tedious task to write a computer program directly in machine code. The programs are written mostly in high-level languages like C, C++, Python, Java, etc. and are called the source code. Now these source code, they cannot be executed directly by the computer and they must be converted into machine language to be executed. Hence a special translator system software is used to translate the programming language in high-level language into a machine code, that is called a language processor. The two types of language processor are compiler and interpreter. Now the next category of software, that is application software. It is also of two types. First is general purpose application software. Second is the specific purpose application software. So general purpose application software is a type of application that can be used for a variety of tasks. It is not limited to one particular function. For example, a word processor could be classed as general purpose software as it would allow a user to write a novel, create a restaurant menu, or even make a poster. Examples of general purpose application software are word processor, spreadsheet, presentation, DBMS, etc. General purpose application software is also known as off-the-shelf because it is the sort of software that you use at home and school. The general purpose application software can be used for a variety of tasks. It is not limited to one particular function. It provides many features that the majority of users will want. Example, formatting text, creating charts, organizing tables, etc. It is relatively cheap and easily available for all to use. There will be lots of user support, that is books, user guides, online help and discussion forums on the internet for general purpose application software. Second, specific purpose application software. These software are designed for specific tasks only. For example, a camera application on your phone will only allow you to take and share pictures or videos. Another example would be a chess game. It would only allow you to play chess. Other examples of special purpose application software are payroll system, hotel management system, hospital management system, stock management system, etc. Unlike general purpose application software that are designed to carry out common tasks, the specific purpose application software are developed by the programmers to perform only specific tasks. The next category of software is utility software. We have various types of utility softwares. The first is antivirus. So first we should know what is a virus. So a virus can be defined as a malicious program that attaches itself to a host program and make multiple copies of itself, slowing down, corrupting or destroying the system. A software that assists the operating system in providing virus-free environment to the user is called antivirus. An antivirus scans the system for any virus and if detected gets rid of it by deleting or isolating it. When any external storage device like USB drive is attached to the system, antivirus software scans it and gives an alert if a virus is detected. The various examples of antivirus are Norton, AVG, Avast, etc. The next type of utility software is compression tools. The compression tools are utilities that assist operating system in shortening files so that they take less space. After compression, files are stored in a different format and cannot be read or edited directly. It needs to be uncompressed before it can be accessed for further use. Some of the popular compression tools are WinZip, WinRAR, pzip, etc. The next type of utility software is disk cleanup. Disk cleanup tools assist users in freeing up disk space. The software scans hard disks to find files that are no longer used and frees up space by deleting them. Some of the examples of disk cleanup software are CC Cleaner, Avast Cleanup, Clean My PC, etc. The next type is disk fragmenter. Disk fragmenter is a disk management utility that increases file access speeds by rearranging fragmented files in contiguous locations. Large files are broken down into fragments and may be stored in non-contiguous locations if contiguous ones are not available. When such files are accessed by the user, access speed is slow due to fragmentation. Disk defragmenter utility scans the hard disk and tries to assemble file fragments so that they may be stored in contiguous locations. The next utility software is backup. The backup utility enables backing up of files, folders, databases, or complete disks. Backups are taken so that data may be restored in case of data loss. Backup is a service provided by all operating systems. In standalone systems, backup may be taken in the same or different drive. In case of networked systems, backup may be done on backup servers. The last utility software is file management tools. As you know, file management is an important function of operating systems as all the data and instructions are stored in the computer in forms of files. So utility software provide regular file management tasks like browse, search, update, preview, etc. These are called the file management tools. Windows Explorer in Windows operating system, Google Desktop, Directory O+, Double Commander, Terracopy, Duplicate Cleaner, etc. are examples of file management tools. Now we have the differences between system software and application software. So system software is basically used for operating the computer hardware and application software is used by the user to perform specific tasks. System software are basically installed on the computer system when the operating system is installed, and the application software are installed according to the user's requirement. System software, then the user, they do not generally interact with the system software directly. They work in the background. But application softwares are interactive and the user can use them directly and interact with them. System software, they can run independently. It provides platform for running application softwares. Whereas application software, they cannot run independently. They need a platform to run or execute, and that platform is provided by the system software. Some examples we have already discussed. We can say compiler, interpreter, debugger, all these are the examples of system software, whereas the examples of application software are word processor, web browser, media player, etc. Now if we talk about the difference between application software and utility software, then utility software are more technical and are used by the people, those with an advanced level of computer knowledge. In contrast, the application software is simple and can be used by any user with no or less technical knowledge. So this was all for this session. Thank you.